Everybody, it's Michael from Petros and Womansworth. I hope this video message finds you healthy and well, and same to all of your friends, family, and loved ones. I want to talk to you, make sure that we're continuing to communicate with you on a regular basis. I think this has worked out really well, and of course, we're always available anytime via phone, via video chat, whatever we need to do to keep in touch with you. But this has worked out pretty well. I want to make sure that we continue to provide you some perspective and updates on the stock market and the economy, and then also talk about other planning items that we address at various times throughout our planning process. So we've got a couple of things to talk about today. First of all, the stock market, of course, you know, it's hard to avoid talk of it. It's going to be on the news every night and every morning. It's going to be in the newspapers. It's going to be online. It's going to be everywhere. And imagine that we had another volatile week. Yeah, I know, surprise, right? Well, it wasn't all bad. There were a couple of up days. The big news of the week was unemployment. A little while back, we set the record. We had 3.3 million new claims for unemployment benefits a couple weeks ago. Last week, 6.6 million. We basically doubled it. So huge numbers of unemployment benefits are being filed for right now. And the jobless report came out, and that pushed the jobless number from somewhere around 3% to around 4.5%. Now, most people are saying the actual numbers of unemployment are somewhere closer to 10% because that report only measured through the middle part of March, and we were just starting to see businesses furlough and lay people off and make these changes. Hopefully, the government stimulus is going to help a lot of businesses stay in business, continue to pay their employees until we can get through all of this. But for right now, we're hearing that the worst is still yet to come. These numbers are not the worst numbers we're going to see. Since that report only went through the middle of March, where we were starting to see it, the report that's going to come at the end of April is expected to be much worse. So they're talking potential Great Depression era unemployment. So again, you know, that's not going to be good news. The two things, again, that I believe we need to get past all of this is, number one, the governmental stimulus. Number two, we need to beat the virus. We need to get on the back side of this. This is why social distancing and staying at home and all these different things that the government's trying to do has to be done. We've got to get past this. There's great news on the horizon from a lot of pharmaceutical companies, but it's not immediate. We've got vaccines and things like that they're saying are 12 to 16 months away. So, you know, let's keep our fingers crossed that they get that and they get that going as quickly as possible. We are seeing a lot more testing, so that's good. We're able to identify more things, and that has kind of, I'm not going to say it's stabilized the market, but it's kind of slowed things down a little bit. Where we, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we were seeing 5 and 10 point swings on a daily basis. Now it's back around 1.5%. On a daily basis. So it's not as volatile. It's certainly more volatile than it was 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago or last year, for example. But that's okay. Again, we know that things are rough. We know that things are challenging right now. We know our stock portfolio has been hit. But we also know that we have a plan in place that anticipated this. We expected it. We didn't expect it to be a virus. We didn't expect it to be a pandemic. We didn't know what it was going to be. We just know that throughout history, the market pulling back on a pretty big basis is something that happens every 5 to 10 years. So we didn't know what it was going to cause it, but we knew something was going to happen, and we've got the plan in place for you. So as you're watching the news and you hear the news get a little bit worse, don't pay it too much mind when you start to think about your portfolios. When you get your quarterly statements, you're more than welcome to look at it. You're also more than welcome to just put it right in the file. And hopefully that will save you a little bit of stress and anxiety. But if you feel tense, if you feel worried, if you feel, hey, I got to ask Mike a question, shoot us a message. I really, really appreciate all the feedback you guys have been giving on the videos and on everything else. So please keep doing that. And we will continue to send out the videos. Now, the second topic I wanted to talk about, like I mentioned, Jeanette got actually a phone call to her radio show about this, and we've been seeing interviews on TV, we've been reading other stories, and it's a really important foundational part of the planning process, and that's your estate plan. This is a scary bug, and a lot of people are thinking about, oh my gosh, what if something happens to me? What if something happens to my family? Do I have my legal affairs in order? If you are an existing client with Petros, we've probably talked about this. Hopefully you've got all of this in place Time to get the dust off of it. Make sure that all your documents have the right people named as your healthcare power of attorney or your durable power of attorney, or who you have named to be your successor trustee if you have a trust, or the executor of your will. Just making sure that all of your wishes, everything like that, has been updated. If your documents haven't been reviewed in more than, call it 5 to 7 years, give us a call. Probably a good idea just again to take a look and make sure that everything is still up to date. The state laws can change, the federal laws can change, a lot can change over time, and so you don't want to just get those documents and put them in a drawer and forget about them. If you haven't gotten your legal documents in place yet, now's the time. We have resources. We have several different people we can refer you to. We can talk you through the basics of what everybody needs. I'm not going to go into that on this video, but we can talk you through some of the basics as to what you're going to need. A legal package and estate plan is just as customized as your financial plan. Having us talk with your attorney is very, very important because we want to make sure that everything's being done properly. You may not need a cookie cutter type of approach, which is what you see a lot of times on QVC or advertised in the newspaper, or people automatically say you need a trust. That may not be the case. So if you don't have your legal documents, shoot us a message. We'll get in touch with one of us and we'll walk you through some of the basics, and we can give you plenty of information to refer you to an estate planning attorney that can help you out. Again, not just because of the situation, but it certainly has brought it to light, the need to make sure your estate plan is all up to date. So don't forget just to take a look and let us know if we can help you with that. Last little update, Petros, we're all working virtually. As you can see, we're pretty comfortable with cameras and speaking and things like that. All of our phone systems still work. If you've called the office during the week, you're still able to reach us. If you have to leave a voicemail, we'll call you right back. We have webinars that we're able to do, video conferences. If you have a question about your accounts or a question about your financial plan or your annuity or something like that, we can set up a webinar where we chat just like this on the screen, but you would have your camera on too and we can talk. Guys, it's really simple. We're pros at it. We'll walk you through it. If you can click the button and watch a funny cat video, you can do a video conference with us. So we're able to continue working. I hope you guys are all well. If there's anything any of you need, don't hesitate to reach out. If there's anything your neighbors need, your friends need, or your family needs, pass this video along. We're happy to help. And one more thing, I mentioned this earlier. Thank you so much for your feedback. And we've actually gotten calls from several of you checking on all of us. I'm happy to report that everybody in the Petros family is healthy and well, as are their loved ones. But continue to send the feedback. It really means a lot to me. It means a lot to Jeanette. And we share it with the whole team. So thank you so much for all that you do for us. And we're going to continue to be there for you. Until then, until next week, when I record another video, take care. We'll talk soon. Don't hesitate to reach out. Bye, guys.